Welcome to Real Talk Bluegrass, everybody. Happy holidays. The holiday season is here, and what a great way to celebrate the holidays with a wonderful family, the family Sowell, joining us on this 12th episode of Real Talk Bluegrass. Welcome, family Sowell.
Hey.
Hey, there we are, looking fabulous. We have Jacob, Joshua, John Mark in the front, Miss Abigail and Naomi, and Justice in the back. Thanks, guys, for being part of the show. The final episode of 2020 for Real Talk Bluegrass, and it's a great way to do it by celebrating the holidays. And
That's right.
what better yet, with the family, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, of course, Family Sal has been busy nonstop since you guys took off running when you guys were known as the Sal Family Pickers back in the young days. And here we are. We're the Family Sal. And tell us a little bit, of course, about the beginning of everything. I'm going to start with Jacob, since, Jacob was a little older than you, John Mark. So he kind of was there at the beginning.
Right. Well, we were living in Texas at the time, and we had been performing for a few years in a youth tenor banjo band under the direction of Mr. Buddy Griffin at the Sagemont Church in Houston, Texas. And in the school season, there would be some shows during the week that his entire band couldn't make it because it was about 25% public schoolers to homeschoolers. Right. And so he would send out little groups of the homeschoolers because they were able to go and play for nursing homes and event facilities and all that kind of stuff. And so one day he called my mom up and said, "Hey, why don't y'all go play over at this nursing home? I can't make it. We're double booked. And so they're looking forward to seeing y'all there." And mom was like, "I'm not you, Mr. Buddy. What do we do over there?" And he's like, "You'll be fine. Just play what you play in the band. Just take your music books and everything, and y'all go enjoy. They will enjoy it. They love kids and stuff." So that was the start of the Sal Family Pickers.
That's when we were kids.
Right. Right. So that's how I got started. He would help us start booking shows, and then eventually people started calling us on their own.
Yeah.
People that had seen us before, and then our first bluegrass show was at a bluegrass festival in Belleville, under the direction of Buddy and Carolyn Brockett. That's right. Down there, the Spring Creek Bluegrass Festival, and that's really when we kind of, because in the beginning we had started playing Dixieland jazz and the oldie goodie songs from the 20s and 30s and stuff on tenor banjos. Then we kind of moved over to bluegrass. Sorry, you're getting an essay. Anyway.
It's just welcome to the novel.
It's all good.
Hey, you asked the question. Here comes the answer.
Oh, it's like I know. I should know better when I talk to Jacob.
You put a dime in the jukebox, you got the whole song play.
Oh, right.
Well, it's good. It's important information. So and fast forward to the now award-winning Stigma International Band Championship recipients 2019 and 2017. You guys took the KSMU Youth in Bluegrass at Silver Dollar City. So many great accomplishments that you guys have accomplished. And the album Texas and Tennessee went to number 5 on the Bluegrass Today charts. Dave's Dozens for 2020 or 2018, and a beautiful tune that the family wrote, Dusty Gravel Road, at number 1 on a little countdown called the Bluegrass Borderlines Weekly Top 10. But it took the number 1 of the top number 1 songs of 2018. And of course, God Knows Who He Is debuted at number 3 on Bluegrass Today's gospel chart. So you guys have really come a long way from the Sal family pickers to the family Sal. Now, John Mark, tell me a little bit about the branding and the importance on how you guys went from being the pickers to just the family Sal.
Well, the Pickers was really, you know, this is what we used to do. We really weren't singers at the time when we started as a band. And we just felt that, you know, changing the band name to the Family Sowell would also, you know, provide an air of maturity to, hey, we're not these kids anymore from Texas.
Exactly.
This is not a hobby. This is our full-time gig. This is what we do. And just the branding of the Family Sowell, because, you know, so many families do, you know, the so-and-so family. And we just, you know, wanted to make it original and also have, you know, we wanted to keep the family in there because family is a huge part of who we are. You ask anyone we know. We just, it's family. We like to make you feel like you're a part of our family. And the Family Sowell it was the next step from the family. I can't speak.
It's a mouthful.
The Sowell family Pickers.
That was the other
right. Yeah, exactly. And what were you gonna say?
What I was gonna say was the idea for us to change it to the Family Sowell was actually that's how they introduced us overseas.
Right.
When we went overseas to Serbia and Romania, they would introduce us as the Family Sowell, literally translated.
in that order. The
So
word for
that's,
family and then our
you know,
last name.
Yeah,
That's how we came up.
we
with
wanted
it.
to, you know, provide that and take that back here and, you know, make it our own and just you know, take that next step, you know, prove that, you know, hey, we're going for the next level and we're continuing to, you know, get that branding out there because, you know, family is what we're all about. And because, you know, we and when you ain't got nothing, you still got family. So
That's right.
That is so true. That is so true. Now, you guys definitely did the branding change and focused on the Family Sowell name as, of course, because it is your family name, but with Texas to Tennessee. That album particularly was very special to you guys as not only the rebranding of the group, but also stepping into songwriting, stepping out of that little shell, those little boxes, maybe. I mean, obviously they weren't so little because you guys are very talented, but you stepped out and did things that you normally never took the risks to do. How was that differ for you guys as you guys got older and decided to do that? We'll go with Jacob again.
Okay.
you'll be here for another hour.
But hey. Anyway.
We're just gonna start with him, John Mark.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Anyway, no, it was a real growth period, I think, because if I remember correctly, we put 3 originals on that CD.
Yeah.
Right.
Dusty Gravel Road, God Knows Who He Is, and actually the title track, Pilgrim's Prayer. And I don't know, when the earlier CDs, you're playing somebody, well, I hate to say somebody else's music, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Someone else wrote it and you connect with the song because we never play a song that we don't connect with.
Well, yeah.
But to have a song on there that's yours, that you wrote, that you put your heart into, that you cried over, that you slept on for weeks. You know, it was just there was a real sense of, I don't know, like
Ownership.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're really
I mean,
doing our own stuff.
because you guys literally went in a route where you guys teamed up with Donnie Ulisi, Jerry Sally, Rick Stanley at the little workshop, at the little house workshops that they put on every year. Unfortunately, this year that didn't happen for them or other aspiring artists, but you guys were able to take advantage of that. And that's how Dusty Gravel Road came out of that opportunity, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
ma'am,
right.
correct.
I had the pleasure to sit in the same room with Jerry Sally, and I think I had 3 lines on that song. But hey, you know, you get what you can.
Hey, don't forget who came up with the idea. Dad did.
Well, yeah,
Which
and
that was quite impressive.
and that was the thing. Well, that's what I meant was, you know, that I had, because my dad and Uncle Jerry, as we now affectionately call him, we're gonna ignore the truth that, you know, we're not. If you wanted to step out,
Oh goodness,
This just got real.
we'll be here all night.
Fancy, right?
anyway.
Oh, boy.
Oh yes.
You just can't get over.
Oh
So, yes.
man.
The fruit writers on that particular song was
Yes.
your father, Guy,
Yes.
as well as yourself and Jerry Sally. A beautiful song that you guys created during that time, which kind of was like, to me, was like a nice little staple point in the stepping stones for that album, Texas and Tennessee.
Yes. It was. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I started talking on top of you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, John Mark.
Oh, I was just
Oh, wow.
wow. Okay. Well, she gave me the floor. Anyway.
Yes, she did.
It was being the first single, one of the main tracks off the album. And the amazing thing was just to watch Dad and Uncle Jerry, because Jerry grew up very similar to the way my dad did. And just them connecting over their childhood and pouring their hearts into this song. I was just sitting there just being honored to, be a part of that.
Right.
And you're right. It was a big part of From Texas to Tennessee. And I don't feel like that album would be the same without it.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
So, of course, this leads into the next album. It's same kind of different. You guys were getting ready to venture off and go to Jerusalem, Bethlehem, and everything. You were teaming up with Ben Isaacs in the studio to record same kind of different. Tell me a little bit. I'm going to go with the ladies. We're going to let the ladies talk, guys.
Yes.
Tell me you guys' experience, because, doing an album like Texas to Tennessee, going to same kind of different, working with Ben Isaacs, and you guys actually had some time when you guys were in Bethlehem and Jerusalem, when you guys took that tour, and that time. How did that impact same kind of different, Abigail?
Well, honestly, over in Israel, we just got to see, get a closer glimpse of the Isaacs and who they were, their hearts behind their music. But I didn't really connect with Ben until we actually started working on Same Kind of Different. I'm just that kind of person where when you're in a crowd, you're like, I'm going to be the least noticed person and not try to get myself in trouble. Unlike some people. But knowing his heart beforehand and getting to see it, just his heart for the younger generation, his heart to pass along what he's learned, what the Isaacs have learned, to our family was just a big blessing. And it boosted my confidence to know that Ben believes in me. He believes that I can do this, that whether I can sing this song or write this song, or play this mandolin break or whatever it is, that, he was just right there with you the whole way. And I think that was the biggest thing I took out of Same Kind of Different, was just confidence. And I think, like you said, with the songwriting on Texas to Tennessee, we even had more originals on Same Kind of Different.
That's right.
And it's, again, the confidence of, these are good. Okay, so let's keep doing it. Let's keep writing. Let's keep going to the next step and the next step. So, yeah.
How much do you think that he has pushed you guys as a family and encouraged you, not necessarily push, but encourage you guys to really, go into your inner selves to become the artist that you truly want to be? Naomi.
Oh. Definitely from the very first time we sat down and worked with him on pre-production, he just jumped both feet in the deep end with us and started working from the ground up. Being a bass player himself, we connected over that, and he's so humble and so comfortable. I never really felt nervous around him, even though he's always been my favorite bass player, and he's like Ben Isaacs, but he just brings positivity into the room, and you feel comfortable being yourself. Even if you disagree with him, he gets you, he understands that, and you work it out. And we ended up coming out with some great arrangements, and he just tightened us as a whole. He never let us settle. He kept pushing us until he knew we had done the best that we could. And sometimes that was more than we thought.
that we could actually do.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
pulled that out of us, and it was just really cool to work with him in the studio.
I got to
that way.
brag on, if I can brag on Naomi really quick. Our very first meeting with Ben was actually right before we went to Spigma.
Right.
Before we went to
2019, yeah.
Spigma 2019 and won, and we played all of our Spigma songs for him. And one of the songs we did that year was "Devil Went Down to Georgia." And in the middle of that song, during the Devil's Break, Naomi recreates the bass run,
Which is on
the-
an electric bass.
right. And so she's doing that on the acoustic bass, and Ben's just watching her the entire time. And then after we finish, he's like, "Okay, you got to show me how to do that." And Naomi's like, "Ben Isaacs just asked me how to show him something on the bass," so we all thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So
Well, it doesn't matter how
oh yeah,
how you do things in the business. You're always learning. Even the veterans are learning from the up and coming. So that's cool. That's cool to know that. But of course, this is where Texas and Tennessee. Justice kind of started really honing in on his dobro playing, and here comes same kind of different. You've got yourself some great chops. Taking your pride in your instrument. What tell us why the dobro? Is it because it was like pretty much the last thing left to take? Everybody else is playing everything else?
Actually, well, the first time I heard the dobro was Josh Swift at in 2017 at a festival in Mississippi. And I told Mom, I was like, I want to learn how to play that. And so Jacob wanted to learn how to play the dobro, and he
was an aspiring dobro player. It never worked out.
Wow.
So he
No,
had a
it didn't.
dobro, and
Yeah.
I started learning on that dobro, and then I took it to Josh Swift, and he says, "You need a new dobro." So
Thanks, Justice.
yeah, and so I got a deco, one of the beard deco dobros that built like the old dobros in the 40s and 30s, so 30s and 40s. So it was really Josh Swift who got me started on the dobro, and then Matt Ledbetter is my teacher now, and we've not had a lot of lessons because of COVID and all that stuff, but he really got me started in taking pride in the dobro, and so
Yeah.
And speaking of lessons, and that, no matter how many albums you have put out and how many shows you do and are hoping to get back into doing, of course, we'll touch base on that in a bit. But how important is it for you guys to not only keep practicing, because I know you guys have practice schedules that you guys practice your material, but also lessons, still learning, still growing. How important is that to you as individuals? So let's just go start from Jacob and go all the way through all of you guys.
Well, like you say, you never stop learning. And I think that goes for just about everybody in the business.
Yeah.
I really enjoy still taking lessons. I take lessons from Miss Kristen Scott Benson of the Grascals. She is an amazing teacher. She is truly, honestly, in my humble, biased opinion, she's one of the best. But just
And 5-time band player of the year.
Not to mention that. 5-time Spigma as well. 5-time Spigma,
Right.
and 4 or 5.
I think it's
IBMA,
fine.
Five.
Yeah.
5 IBMA. Anyway,
Yeah.
but really, our lessons are less, especially now, are less about her actually like teaching me. But she'll say, "Hey, you want to learn this song?" And then we'll play through the song together, and we'll swap ideas between each other, and mess around with different stuff, and say, "Hey, this worked. This sounded really cool," or "That didn't really work. Let's not do that again." And so, and different stuff like that. And it's more of almost like a one-on-one jam, just on banjos.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Hey,
if that makes any sense.
if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
swapping
You
licks
do
and that
you.
kind of thing. Thanks. But swapping licks and stuff like that. But really, honestly, to have that ear, because sometimes I will take her, like, we're learning this, like when for Same Kind of Different, I played her all the breaks I had and everything for that CD, and she's like, hey, why don't you tweak this here, just having that experienced ear and that veteran,
Oh yeah.
Right.
banjo player.
Yeah.
So hey, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So anyway, shout out to Miss Kristen.
All right, John Mark,
She's
what about
awesome.
you?
Well, 100%. I am, always trying to look for something to push me to, work on something new, come up with something different. And I personally work with Miss Jeannie Richardson, who, by the way, 2020
Yes.
IBMA Fiddle Player of the Year. And she's just the thing is, you have an amazing teacher when they don't give you compliments all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it took me 3 months to get a compliment out of her in lessons. And the thing is that pushed me, that the thing is she doesn't push you, but the thing is the way she teaches you, it motivates you to want to do better, to want to do more. And over this past year, I've been looking into, just ways to, take other genres and fit it into what I'm doing. I've learned a few jazz pieces, a few classical pieces. And, the thing is, a lot of times fiddle players can get a one-track mind and, just sawing on the strings, you know what I mean? Which, of course, I do plenty of that, but thank you for all the fiddle fans out there. But the thing is, you can take from other genres and put it into bluegrass, into country. And Miss Jeannie really helped me, look into this stuff, that nobody's doing this. So, make this a thing. Learn trumpet licks from the 50s to use in breaks, And there was on our new Christmas album, White Christmas, there was a version in the 1950s that was not Bing Crosby, and there was a saxophone break on it, and that was the fiddle break that I learned for that song. And it's different. Nobody does it, so that's
cool.
always
I enjoyed mixing it. So
thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it. But I love working with Miss Jeannie because she helps me think outside of the box. And also, like Jacob, over this past year, definitely we've been just trading songs. She learns a new old time tune, I'll let her know what we're working on as a band. And, it's kind of similar just to fiddle player jam session with me, she has the best stuff. Anyway, so that's who I work with, and I'm all for not settling and always looking for a teacher and ways to get better. Anyway,
Yeah.
Joshua.
Now, Joshua, the guitarist.
Well, I have been taking from Jake Workman over the past 4 years
guitar
now.
player of
Wait,
the
this
year.
is 2020
Yes.
Guitar Player of the Year as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
And I actually met him at 2016 IBMA. And it was actually, I'm not one to step out and make a connection like that, but it was really Mom that encouraged me along to, reach out, because, he's been teaching guitar for a while at that time. And, ever since I've gotten with him, I mean, seriously, it's like, you not only get more confident, but you also, you get that experience of knowing how to play certain things, bringing the right feeling. He is such an innovator. I mean, that's why I love him. I don't care. He's my favorite. I mean, you're
He's
just sitting
insane.
there watching him going, this is unreal.
Oh,
yeah.
he is absolutely amazing, but he's so humble about it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
And the one thing, and if I may throw this in here, as a musician, you'll never arrive.
Yeah.
So to me, having that perspective, you're always you always need to be willing to learn something, whether it's, you know, something classical, something rock, something pop. I actually, there was a point this year that I was learning rock breaks from Jake. Because I was just wanting to learn as much as I can, because the more you learn, the more you'll add to your playing, you know. And plus, I'm have a passion of passing on what I have learned to others. I'm actually teaching lessons myself. Have been teaching for almost a year and a half now. So go plug there. But
Shameless plug. Hey, you want guitar lessons?
Yeah. But it's seriously, you know, learning from Jake has been such a joy, and I want to continue as much as I can. Even if I get to the point where if I get on his level, I still want to learn from him, because he's learning stuff. You know, it's just, it's you know, just a great relationship that we developed. So, yeah.
We all can agree that the greatest guitar break of all time was at the CMAs.
Oh yeah, Black Eyed Susie at the CMAs.
Oh,
best
my
look it
word.
acoustic guitar break.
If you guys
ever.
haven't seen that, go look it up and watch
CMA
it.
Awards.
It is insane.
CMA,
Go ahead.
CMA Awards 2018 on YouTube. Look it, or if you can't find it on YouTube, you know, it may be on
It's probably on
somewhere.
Facebook.
Seriously. But the last thing I will say is that just to also mention, not only have I learned from Jake Workman also, but working in the studio with Ben Isaacs. Seriously, that is a dream come true. And I'm an aspiring producer myself. And so getting to just watch Ben work and everything.
Plugging all over.
He's just so amazing, and, you know, so patient, and just an inspiration. So that's just
All right,
Ladies.
Start with A.
gentlemen.
Okay. I've actually never taken any bass lessons. It's not really an instrument. I don't know. I just never had the desire for it, because I had Joshua. In the beginning, he just taught me the basics, and I took it from there. I have really tiny hands, so I basically take whatever he does and then do it to where it's comfortable.
make
for me.
it hobbit size.
And he's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, listen, I can't play whatever you're playing. So anyway, so I've adjusted a lot like that from the beginning, and then also gleaning by ear and videos and jam sessions. The youth room at IBMA with Dan Eubanks, that's his name, right?
yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I get it right. Him, watching Missy Raines, Aaron Ramsey. We worked in the studio with him one time. And then obviously Ben Isaacs, Barry Bales.
Yes.
So just gleaning, and then from different genres of music, like John Mark mentioned, you get on Apple Music, Spotify, and just try crazy stuff. It really stretches your musical ear, and especially this past year, us practicing literally all the time, just built that endurance. And
Well,
it's
our covers.
been really cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Like going way out of the box.
Little
has
bragging
been a
for
lot
Nick.
of fun.
A little bit
Yeah.
of
It
bragging.
looks like Deanie's in this chat with us. So say hi to Deanie, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
Hey.
All right, Abigail, you're up, girl. Talk about the
All right.
mandolin.
Well, I took mandolin lessons a while back, probably around the year 2016, 2017. But lately, I rely on Joshua a lot too.
So as you can see, the favorite
personally-
brother.
What?
He said the favorite brother.
He's a good teacher, y'all.
Yes.
So, rhythmically, I rely more on like what I'm feeling in the music, but melodically, it's more of a combination of, you know, what I feel, and then getting my brother to come alongside me there, because, man, that mind, it works a lot faster than mine does. But vocally is probably where I've spent the most time and work in just, I think, that's my preference. Not that I love playing mandolin, but singing is where my heart and passion is mostly. And so a lot of vocal teachers, especially Miss Vicky Weimar,
Yes.
who really built the foundation for me. I don't take lessons as much, like once a year around that. We'll have like a regroup with her and just make sure, we're not ruining our voices or anything. But mainly in the past year, it's been Ben Isaacs that's really brought out a lot more confidence in my singing and just encouraging me. This is how you need to sing because this is you. You're not going to sound like this person. You're not going to sound like this person. This person may feel this song this way, but you can feel it a different way. And that's okay because it's you. And so that's really stretched me into like, okay, how am I going to present this song? And so as they will tell you, I am very, very critical of myself. I will go back and listen, and I can always tell you how I'm going to sing that better next time. And so, it's just a continual, like Josh is saying, never settling, always continuing. How am I going to make it better? How am I going to present this song better?
100%.
And, the encouragement from our fam, the encouragement from Ben has really, really spurred me on to keep going and keep trying new things and stretching myself. So, yeah.
So before we get to Justice, I want folks to know that that Naomi and Abigail are actually twins, and some may know that, some may not. And you guys have that a special bond rather than the bond with your brothers. You guys have a more special bond in the family. Miss Donna Ulysses, what's that, Abigail?
I said we're also the only girls.
That's true. That's true. Miss Donna Ulysses joining us this evening. Of course, I know you guys, like I said earlier, have the pleasure of working with her. A lot of fans are here with us. Now, Justice, the youngest of them all, 14, the dobro player. I know you've taken some amazing lessons from some top-notch artists as well, like an IBMA Dobro Player of the Year, Mr. Josh Swift. And tell us a little bit more about working with him.
So I attended a workshop I was barely beginning. So I had my dobro and he said, "Hey, here's mine," and I was like, my eyes got as big as saucers. But I had another private lesson with him.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So, so it was.
It takes him a second.
It takes him a minute.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's all good.
It was a really good experience working with him and Matt Ledbetter. Have a couple lessons with him and working on just growing myself. And one of my heroes is Jerry Douglas, and he's like the ultra dobro player. I mean, he's done all kinds. He's done, hey, here's an classical album that Jerry Douglas did. Here's a rock album that Jerry Douglas did.
Yeah.
And that's where I wanted to get is, just taking all kinds of genres and then putting them into one instrument. And it's just, it takes time. I'm still, learning and practicing all the time. And so, yeah, but I really started on YouTube, learning on YouTube and watching videos of Jerry Douglas, Rob Ikes, Andy Hall, and
Good stuff.
Never stop learning. So
Right.
And hey, on our new Christmas
So
album,
2020 definitely has made things a little different for everybody. And as you guys were coming out with same kind of different, produced by Ben Isaacs, and that how has that been a challenge when the pandemic hit to really promote an album when the shows all came to an end? I'm gonna ask the booking man, about this, because not only, again, you're evangelist, but you're also the booking representative for the band. So how did that, come into play for you, Jacob?
Well, it was different. Honestly, it was, I don't know how to put it. We always felt as a family that it was not on. I mean, we wanted to play for people. If they wanted to come and see us, we were willing to come and play. We understood that people were, nervous about the COVID and everything, but we were there if people wanted to play. And we had a lot of people cancel on us. We were actually, when things started actually like really blowing up and canceling, we were in the middle of a bluegrass festival in Mountain View, Arkansas.
Yep.
I remember Friday, the sheriff or warden or whoever was in charge of the folk center where we were playing in Mountain View came out and said, we're going to finish the bluegrass festival this weekend, and then we're going to have to shut down the center. Yeah. And then we got a call from the festival the next, or in 2 weeks, that we were supposed to play at, that they wanted to cancel. And then it was just a snowball after that. And then we actually did a few concerts on our porch for our neighbors. Yeah. We have a great couples in Monterey, right? The Fullers, Tennessee, Michael and Renee Fuller, if they're watching. Hi. Peace. Good. Hope y'all are enjoying it. But we played on their front porch for their neighborhood. We were able to do a few things here and there, like in Sterling. We went up and played at Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree. We were able to play at Dollywood a couple Mondays. And we were actually able to go on our Texas tour. We had been looking forward to that. It was in October. We've been looking forward to that for a long time.
Yeah, but how about promoting the album?
But as far as promoting the album, we actually reverted to our virtual stuff. That's when we started going virtual on Facebook. Right. Then with the help of Mr. Sammy Passamano, who is running this show from behind the scenes, with his help, we were able to set up our filming studio, set up Restream and Go, Facebook and YouTube and all that cool stuff.
That's when social media came into play, and that's really when you got to market. You got to use your tools to promote the album, get it out there as much as you can.
Right. We started.
So we're going to talk to the marketing manager of the band, because that is her strong point of everything. She may be the quietest one in the group. She may only play the bass, but Miss Naomi, I mean, I know me and you have talked numerous times about marketing and branding and things like that. How challenging was it for you to, now it's your world that needs to put everything up front?
Right. I liked the challenge, but it was hard at first to adjust because we were so used to being on the road all the time. We were taking road pictures and concert pics all the time. So I had a ton of content, almost too much content that I had to always put on Facebook, Instagram stories. I just had all that, those pictures and videos and stuff. And then we're home like 24/7 now, the most in like 5 years. Seriously, we've never been home this long. Yeah. And so at first I was kind of like, we would forget to take pictures of like what we were doing as a band and stuff. And I'm like, okay, we really need to remember all this stuff. We just weren't used to it. We were used to relying on concerts for content and just random stuff, because on the road, you're doing stuff all the time. Where at home, it can really slow down and you're just much more relaxed and not really paying attention to, I should probably take a picture of this. So we really had to get into the rhythm of a lot of spontaneous stuff. Jamark's very patient with me. I'll come at him and like, hey, in 5 minutes, I need you to go live for this. And he's like, okay, sure. Okay, fun. Totally fun. So just rolling with the flow on a lot of things, and also asking for help. I tend to try and handle things all by myself. But John Mark has really taken over on Instagram stories because didn't you get your Instagram last year? Maybe. I don't remember. He recently got on Instagram and was like bang on stories. And I'm like, okay, you're doing the band now. And he's been doing a great job. And Doctor helps me with Twitter because
That's a fun world.
Political war zone.
Anyway, so just utilizing those connections. And to me, it's all about relationships. So it was really cool that was our focus. Yes, we marketed our CD, but first you have to build those strong relationships. And a lot of people were hurting. A lot of people were scared.
Exactly.
Everything was just going downhill, blowing up in people's faces. Nobody knew what was going on. We'd never seen anything like this before. So really just being there. And music is so healing and it's such a universal language. We just wanted to put ourselves out there as much as we could. Let people know we were there to pray for them. We started Worship Wednesday, just giving people a place to chillax and forget for a little while all that was going on. And that sense of family, like Jamar mentioned earlier. And that really lays the groundwork where if you say, hey, we have a new album coming out, they're like, show me where it is. And that's really cool. And just that sense of family has really been important. And it's more about quality to me than quantity. We may not have thousands and thousands of fans watching us, but we have our little tight family that is there for us and
buys everything we put on the table.
Hey, hey,
that's
you know,
that's been really cool for me as a marketer to see that play out. And so,
For
One
sure.
of the things that I love about you guys as a family and as a band is the fact that you guys literally have meetings and you talk about and discuss
do we
what you guys want to do. And pretty much making John Mark the spokesperson, the master of ceremonies. I mean, that had to really take a lot out of every single one of you to say, okay, John Mark, you're the goofball. You go ahead and do that. And
let's just say that meeting was 6 weeks, if I remember right.
Wow.
We had to get it. It had to be unanimous, and it took a bit for.
It really
funny.
That was
Really funny.
We always could tell from the first that John Mark
Was unique.
He was our front guy, He has the words to say when they need to be said. He has
The words
don't
that
need to be
don't
said.
need to be said when they don't need to be said.
He has a good balance of humor and seriousness.
Anyway, but honestly, to be truly honest, Mr. What I was going to say is Mr. Buddy actually turned Mama onto your potential as the MC very early on. I mean, you were 5.
Wells
5.
Fargo wagon
4.
is a
Oh yeah,
coming.
exactly. I think you were up here though.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mr. Buddy took one look at John Mark and told Mom that he's going to be your MC one day. And lo and behold, he was right. But anyway,
I take myself take care of them. And
Wow.
all right, so before we start talking about the album, K-Town Christmas, I want to get a little real with you guys. It is Christmas. Let's have a little fun.
Yeah.
And I love how you guys love complimenting each other and everything. But you guys have to do something different and unique, I'm sure, for Christmas, correct?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Every family has
So-
their.
What?
What? Go ahead. Finish. Everybody
I was gonna say,
crazy.
are you guys willing to share some of your guys' fun activities that you guys do leading up into Christmas?
Yeah.
All right, John Mark, I know you have something to say. You always do. So why don't you start?
Why don't you start?
What is one of your favorite Christmas things that you as a family do? Because I know a couple years back you guys did the gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, and I
would-
lost.
Joshua got a reindeer barn and
Yes.
feed everybody.
Yeah, because like for real, like next time
What?
if we do it, everybody's getting the same house.
Yep.
And it's based on pure talent then.
And guess who won? And guess who won? Abby, because they felt sorry for her the year before.
I made good stockings. I made really pretty.
So I
Oh
was
wait, no, it was Christmas cookies.
I was trying to tug on people's heartstrings last year because my cookies said "Speak Love," and I was, that's probably someone's favorite song out there, and they'll vote for it. But I think I got 4th place out of 8. I don't know. I was in the upper top 4. Anyway, one of my favorite Christmas traditions. There's like these 2 meals that we have once a year on Christmas. So, I'm a huge food guy, if that wasn't a thing already, but I love the girls allow me in the kitchen at Christmas time. So, that's always nice. And no, one of my favorite Christmas traditions that we do is always I love giving gifts to my siblings.
Oh.
And
Now, speaking of the gifts, what do you guys do that's special? Is it homemade? Is it you guys pick each other's names? You guys put all 6 of you in the hopper and you have to buy one gift, or do you buy each other?
it was we've been joking about this over this past year is we used to get each and every one a present from
Everyone.
The dollar
the dollar store. But it turned into just getting candy for each other. That's not super healthy.
Well, like the song says, the toys always break by the time we get home.
We got out of that stage where all the toys and stuff. So we would just get each other's favorite candies, and that was really. But over the past couple of years, we've been doing one name because there's 6. You got to be Christmas budget friendly, and just being real. We're being real here. So we did it last year. We're going to do it this year that everyone's going to pick a name and you get to give a gift to that person. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
so it's
That's exactly. I mean, I'm the youngest of 10, and that's what we did. We put everybody's name in the hopper, and so we bought for one sibling. So
Yeah.
it was always fun.
Yeah.
Never knew what you're gonna get. That was always good. I didn't know. Maybe you guys were like, is there a year where you guys specifically had to make your gift for the others?
One thing.
Well, there was one year. Was it last year?
No,
or
it was
was it the year
2018.
before?
Last year.
It was 2018.
Our family Christmas present was going to Israel, and that's not cheap. So we all agreed that would be our family Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So we decided that we would put everyone's name in a hat, and when you drew out the name, instead of buying them a gift, you would write them a song.
Right.
And you could take a Christmas carol and change the words to
Mine
really fit the person you were writing to. And so we did that 2018. So
Yeah.
that was that was really special. It
That
was
was fun.
cool.
It was fun.
Now, all right, Joshua, I got to ask you, what's going on with the stash?
The stash.
Your must.
Your
The
facial.
mustache.
Your
You know,
attempt at facial hair.
He did
I
shave
did.
November, and it's carrying over to December.
No. Well, the thing was, we're one of our covers on YouTube, which we'll get into that a little bit later. Was the song "Achy Breaky Heart," and in that video, the original, well, not really the original, but I don't know what it was.
just part of
but
his
It was
look.
the
it was part of his
well,
look.
yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus was the 5 o'clock shadow. So mom was like, "Hey, why don't you start growing facial?" And of course, in my mind, I'm going, "This is like the first time you've ever allowed me to do it." So I was, I'm sorry. I mean, it was so unexpected. I'm like, thanks. I mean,
It's not like
I've
Joshua
never been
ever
very
wanted
desirous
to
of
grow.
even growing facial hair. I'm just like, okay.
It's never
But-
a thing.
And so I started it, and then I was like, you know what? I like this. So I've been keeping it trimmed, keeping it nice and clean. And
It'll get there one
I
day.
seriously, just this is real, right? Yeah, there you go.
There we go. There we go.
That was not in. Well, that was in the bloopers, but that was not in the video.
He didn't do
but
that.
I'd like to
That didn't
seriously
work
one
out.
day get to where it's all full.
ZZ
and
I
just-
hope you
just
get
see
there
what it
one
looks
day.
like, you know.
Yeah, all four of us should grow like
Seriously,
ZZ
when
Top
you-
beards. That'd be
No.
awesome.
Well, when you have Fashion Boy here,
What?
and also
I don't want you to look horrible.
exactly. So taking tips from him, taking tips from Mom, because she's, she is that artist. She's very creative. She
You're
knows
welcome.
how to make you look good.
Oh, yeah.
So I, with the tip of the facial, it's like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's experiment.
So,
So there you go.
Really?
That's
Wow.
what's going on.
And guess what? I like it. People like it. Nobody's complained about it. So
Except
That's
inside this home. I'm kidding.
It took me a while to get used to it, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It took me a while, but
yeah.
It's just like, who are you? Oh.
Well, not only did I do this,
What'd you do to Uncle Slim?
Oh my wow. But not only this, but also John Mark encouraged me to do this look.
Yes,
As far as
he
the
was
hair.
still
So,
doing.
nice.
He did
I
the
like
cowlick for like 5 straight years, and I was like, "Okay, bud, your hairstyle needs an upgrade, pal."
So yeah,
Anyway, I just
that's
I
what's going
didn't
on.
make
with the
you do
stash.
it. I didn't make you, but I just suggested it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and hey, it looks really good.
Exactly.
That's all right, John Mark. So 2020, you guys obviously are home. You guys have really created a recording studio, not only for videography, but also in the studio. Tell us a
Right.
little bit about what is coming out of the home of the family Sal, besides all the YouTube videos, Worship Wednesday, the sessions live performances that you guys have up and do. But tell us a little bit about the Christmas album, K-Town Christmas, because this is a fully self-produced album recorded there at the house, correct?
Exactly.
That
Yes.
is correct.
And it's
It
right
is-
there.
Right there,
Yes.
K-Town Christmas.
K-Town Christmas.
It's that, like you just said, all recorded, mixed, mastered here. Even has an original Christmas song on it, and of course, it's got you mind.
yeah, there
It's
you go.
got classics like "Home for the Holidays," "Silent Night," "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," "Little Drummer Boy." We, of course, we're living in Tennessee now, so we had to do Tennessee
That's
Christmas.
right.
Yes.
Of course.
And you know what? If you haven't, just shameless plug of the Christmas album. If you haven't gotten your K-Town Christmas CD, don't forget to visit
Yes.
thefamilysalad.com.
Justice.
And also, if you don't want a physical copy, you want to get the digital downloads, those are on our website as well. But we are shipping them out, so get them while they're hot and ready.
Exactly.
And something I've been trying to say.
Go ahead.
Is
One
just
of the videos that I saw you guys do just recently, you guys perform what is the New Year's Eve
Huh?
tune video. Help me out here, guys.
home for the holiday.
Home for
No,
the-
no,
It's
no,
no.
The Christmas,
Christmas Eve
Eve.
Trans
Yes.
Siberian Orchestra.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
New Year's. What?
Did you forget you did it?
Yes, we
No,
did
no,
that
yeah.
with our
with
partnership
Lee
with
Marcus.
Bluegrass Life. Yeah.
Lee Marcus on Bluegrass Bluegrass Life
Hey.
YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Well, I just
Yeah.
want to say, you see all that lovely stuff right in there that
Yes.
Sammy's scrolling through right now. You can get that stuff right now.
Thefamilysalad.com.
Exactly.
So go check it out.
Exactly.
All right.
Included
Wow.
Yeah.
Going to FamilySal.com. There's obviously buying the CDs is a great way to support you guys during this time, as your income, your life, your livelihood is touring. And tell everybody, of course, how else they can support you guys, because I know you guys are always coming up with some amazing, great ideas.
Well, John
Well,
Mark, Naomi.
she just looked at me. So hey,
Okay.
No, he looked at me and I gave him the nod and it was fine.
I
So.
just wanted to say, do you want me? Anyway, so the ways you can support us, there is on here on Facebook, Facebook supporters. If you want to become a supporter, it's only $9.99 a month. They let you keep your penny. So hey, $9.99 for about $10 a month. You can
That's right.
support us as the Family Sal, and as many of y'all know, we're just trying to do the best we can and come up with new ways to still, get that income, because this is our livelihood and this is how we make it through. So if you want to support us, that is a way you can do it on Facebook. You just go to our page, hit the support button, and also when you become a supporter, you get a free Family Style mug that is not available anywhere else. It's only for the Facebook supporters out there. And I know we probably got some watching. So shout out to you guys. Thank y'all for supporting us. Also, of course, the merch on the website, thefamilystyle.com. We've been talking about K-Town Christmas, same kind of different, from Texas to Tennessee, all of those albums. But we're representing right here. We also have some stick t-shirts and for Peace, Love, Fam, and also Love is the Key, and some other awesome merch over there. So if you guys want to go check that out, the Family Sal, and then just small ways that are absolutely free for you that you can support us is, hey, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button on the Family Sal. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us out a ton. Become part of the channel family. Like Josh was mentioned, the cover videos that we do every week. We also do some, family fun stuff, show the lifestyle of the Family Sal with our keto adventures. And so all of that. So if you want to go watch some cool videos on YouTube, don't forget to check that out as well.
And don't forget also Worship Wednesday.
Yes.
That happens every
Wednesday.
And something special that will happen this Saturday.
You will find out.
Mm-hmm.
Like now.
Like now.
Yes.
That was
I don't know.
Wow.
Facebook.
You guys are actually doing a concert Saturday, right?
Yes. We are doing a Christmas virtual concert. Tickets are $9.99.
Wow.
It's a trend. No.
Yeah.
And you can get them
at Swartz Entertainment.
At Swartz
Wait,
Entertainment. Yes.
No.
You got
And
We're gonna let Naomi say it
because she knows and I don't.
No. Okay. When you go to the
Just gonna chill.
events, you can actually search Live Christmas with the Fam on Facebook, and the event will pop up.
There you
And
go.
in there, that's where you purchase your tickets.
That's how you
Cool.
purchase your
There you
tickets,
go.
folks. $9.99. It's going to be an hour of this Christmas music and all around family fun. And who knows? We'll probably go over. So hey,
Yeah.
it's going to be great.
By the way, even if you can't make it for the concert, when it goes live, it's on Facebook.
Right.
So you can buy a ticket and
Watch it later.
Exactly.
Watch it whenever you can. Keep watching it anyway. So hey,
There you go.
Put it on repeat.
yeah. Hey, it's going to be great. This Saturday night starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
This is why
I
Naomi is
just
the
wanted
marketing.
to yes. Hey, I was doing good, and then y'all mentioned that, and I went, right. I forgot about that one. Anyway, so this Saturday night, y'all come out. It's gonna be a great time. Back to Michelle in the
Is
studio.
it only going to be on Facebook? Is it also available on YouTube or just Facebook?
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook.
All right,
You-
Jill, there's your answer, just on Facebook. So hopefully everybody will lock in on that and support the Family Sal this Saturday, December 12th. And as we wind down 2020, which I'm sure everybody's ready to get out of 2020, just like me. 2021, fast approaching. What is in store for the Family Sal? Do you have venues that will be letting you perform? Or are you guys going to be hosting your own shows, places? Tell us the scoops.
Well, we kind of going to do a little bit of all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
Worship Wednesday is going to continue. YouTube is going to continue the cover videos and such. We'll be doing some more live concerts.
We're also
We have
changing it up
discovered-
on YouTube, though. We're going to be doing a themed.
You know what he says.
Right. Yeah. We're going to be doing a theme throughout each month. So January, it is Jukebox January or
That's right.
January Jukebox.
January's
Jukebox.
jukebox.
January jukebox.
January.
That makes
That-
more. It's good in the hashtag. Am I right?
Yes, let's go.
January Jukebox is going to be the theme for YouTube on the Family Sal, so it's going to be great. So and
There are a few live venues that we have scheduled that want us to come out. We're planning a couple of trips to Texas, one in April and one in October. The anchor date for that is the Pickin' and Grinnin' Spring Fling in April at Coshawty RV Ranch in Belleville, Texas. And then the festival in October is at the same place, the Pickin' and Grinnin' Bluegrass Festival. We're also going to be playing at Cherokee Bluegrass Festival in June with Ernie Evans. We are so excited about that. We're playing on Thursday night.
And don't forget, for those that are watching that are from the north, we'll also, hopefully, Lord willing, we'll be at Charlotte Bluegrass Festival as well. So
and at County Bluegrass Festival.
Yes.
If
All of
everything
those
holds
dates are on the Family Style.
And we also
No, they're
No,
not.
they are not.
They
on
will
the
be.
Family.
They will.
Okay. You get my.
Anyway,
I never
yes,
claimed
we
to.
will be doing a mixture of live venues as they allow us to perform. We're always, I mean, we're here. If people want to come see us,
Yeah.
we will be
We're gonna
glad
have
to
a good
play
time.
for whoever comes out to see us. We're gonna have a good
All
time.
right.
So,
All right, I gotta ask you guys. I want a funny road trip story. I want a funny road trip story that is very memorable to you guys as a whole. And it seems like John Mark's about to burst with this one.
I think he's
Oh.
got
We're having a discussion.
Well, you want a couple, or I mean, hey,
Yeah,
I got
sure.
sleeve full of them. Well, a memorable one. Well, let's go from let's do 2018 and 2019. 2018, we were Louisiana. We were traveling through the southern states, and we were in our Louisiana leg of the tour. Anyway, and we had an early morning Sunday morning concert at Goldana Baptist Church. And hey, typical Sunday morning. We were still we still had faith in our tour bus back then. Don't exactly now. It's kind of left us on the side of the road once too many times. Anyway, but me and I was about to say me and the boys, but that sounded weird. Me, Joshua, and Jacob had gone inside to evaluate how we were going to set up and all that stuff. Anyway, we come back outside and the girls can't get out of the bus, and so the girls and Justice and Dad and I was gonna say that Mom and Dad. Hey, I have like 3 co-narrators. So Mom and Dad, the girls and Justice were stuck inside of the bus.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we had an emergency exit in the roof, but that means you need to climb at the roof, and the tour bus was 11 feet tall. Anyway,
like
so 9 o'clock, 8, not even 8:30 a.m. in the morning. We probably have the whole town around our bus with trucks and ladders, getting the girls out through the top. And
it was not like that.
I'm kidding.
But there was.
Goldana's a small town. Everybody knew we were there. Anyway, so the point of that is travel in a Sprinter. Anyway, the funny thing was we got the door fixed, but the handle broke. So we had to close it with a rope. And
tie it to the steering
we
wheel.
had to tie it to the steering wheel.
No.
No. We had to tie it to the passenger's chair of the tour bus. It wouldn't close on its own. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyway, that bus is for sale, by the way. And
Oh yeah, everything's fixed.
I'm kidding. That bus is for sale, actually, and we fixed everything. It is full and running. It's been driven across the country 3 times just to be made sure it's ready for you guys. Anyway, but yeah, if they're interested in buying our old bus, hey, message us on Facebook. Anyway, so 2019 party. Go ahead, Miss Michelle.
I was going to ask you guys, during this pandemic, how much have you guys feel that you have either grown too close or just close enough to say we still love each other?
if I
we
may,
actually
We
say that
actually
every
say that
morning.
every morning.
We still love each other.
if I may
think-
answer that question,
Go ahead.
um,
You may not answer. that.
okay. Wow.
But you have heard.
Funny, very funny. So we've always been a close family. So this actually, it never really was like a different change. I mean, the only thing was not being on the road. That was the only difference. I mean, we're
Right.
home. We're always together. We've never been apart from each other for an extended amount of time. So it's like,
But I think it
we're
did.
adjusted. But I will say though, because of being on the road, sometimes you do lose a little bit of that connection together. So being home for this long has actually really brought us closer together.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
the-
seriously.
I don't think there's a thing that's too close for families. I mean,
No.
your family. I mean, you know everything about
I think
each
there
other.
comes a point where you're like, okay, we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a day. Everybody go to their room. Wait, the four boys share a room, don't they? Okay.
But I think doing a lot of virtual stuff together and like filming together, we've spent a lot more time working together at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
And it can get intense.
just
So intense we have to break the fellowship sometimes.
the breaking of the.
So
Well, you guys definitely have a special bond, not only as a family but as individuals, and you share that with everyone around the world. And 2021, we hope that folks will get to see you guys live in concert. New music, new project with Ben Isaacs in the works as well.
Yes, actually, right now we are focusing on a CD. It's called. We don't have a title for it, but
We call it Time Travel.
Yes, we do.
Time travel.
Okay.
Try-
That's how you
with the
were-
family style, right? So before we're working with Ben, we kind of just needed to evaluate where we were with it, and so right now we're just working on in-house projects. So this new one that we're working on that is currently in the works as we speak is called Time Travel with the Family Sowell, and what we're doing is taking our Time Travel Tuesday songs that we did on YouTube and making one whole album of them
Yeah.
for you guys.
Exactly.
And a
That's
lot
right.
of the songs are some of y'all's favorites. You got The Way You Look Tonight, Candy Kisses, Hey Jude, Jailhouse Rock. So a bunch of those. Achy Breaky
Don't forget.
Yeah, can't break. Hey, yeah, Achy Breaky Heart. So that is the new album that we are working on. But however, the new project with Ben is going to be in the works in 2021.
Yes.
And we same kind of different was our next step to doing mostly all original album.
Right.
We only had 3 songs that were covers on it. But this next one we're working with Ben, we actually had a hand in writing each of the songs.
Yes.
And
We
every
either
song.
co-wrote them or we wrote them together as a family, and so we're really pumped about it. And we're
Me and Abby have
excited.
like what 3 songs on
Two.
it? 2.
More.
Hey,
Just
2.
2, but it matters. That matters.
All that matters is that you wrote them together. So
That's right.
I want to, thank you guys again. And I want to encourage everybody to get to thefamilysal.com. One, like and follow The Family Sal on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, as well as Spotify. And of course, I
Great.
encourage everybody, musicians during this time need as much help as possible and as much as
Yes.
you're able to give, so they could get back at doing what they love. And we know that's going to take some time. And we look forward to seeing everybody back on the road, performing at festivals, private shows, and that. But again, we want everybody to stay safe and healthy.
Yes.
And one of the key things is, you guys know how much I love you guys. You're an amazing, great family, from the top to the bottom. And big hearts go out to you guys from me. Hugs and kisses. Happy holidays. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and we look forward to you guys in 2021. It's going to be unbelievable. You guys have a lot to look forward to. I know you guys are excited to get back to IBMA and Spigma when those are back in-person events. I do encourage you guys to get ready to take part of IBMA's leadership virtual opportunity coming up in March. Being an alumni of class of 2020, the last in-person action I had outside of work with fellow artists and musicians and marketing and producers. Take part of that. Learn. You'll take a lot from that. I know it will be different because it's going to be virtual, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So look into that. That's my advice for you guys for going into 2021. And, enjoy each other and have fun. And I cannot wait to share the K-Town Christmas music with folks this coming weekend on the Bluegrass Borderline, and look forward to more great music that you guys have in the works with Ben Isaacs. And you guys are doing such a wonderful job with what you've taken from all your mentors, from Stephen Mogen, Jerry Sally, Donna Ulisi, Deanie Richardson, John Swift, all your teachers. It shows in the music and your growth as a band. So again, congratulations for what you guys have done, and as you guys continue to grow. So thank you so much for being part of the Real Talk and
Oh yeah,
giving us some great conversation today. I hope you guys had fun.
oh
we
yeah,
had
we
tons
did.
of fun.
We had lots
of
fun.
I think we got real. So that was the goal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. Thank you for having us.
Oh, we can always get real. You know that.
Thank you for having us. We really enjoyed it.
We
It was awesome.
had a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you.
Again, the Family Sal, the 2019 Spigma International Band Championship. Congratulations on that, of course. And we look forward to seeing more from you guys and seeing your names individually as in a whole throughout the genre of bluegrass music. Again, visit thefamilysal.com for more of their wonderful music. And again, everybody, Merry Christmas to you, the Family Sal. Give hugs to Mom and Dad. And you guys.
Well,
I didn't hear
you
whatever that was.
cut out. Sorry.
You cut out.
I cut out?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes.
And I love y'all. Y'all stay
Yeah.
safe and take care.
There we have it, everybody. Real Talk Bluegrass for 2020 is a wrap. I thank you to the Family Sal and all the wonderful guests that have been part of the show since day one in June. Especially thank you to Sammy Passamano for all his encouragement and for being the man behind the scene with Bluegrass Music TV. We appreciate him and all he does for bluegrass music and the community as well. Real Talk Bluegrass. We will get real once again in the new year. Season 2 begins January 14th. Our special guest will be Echo Valley from Pennsylvania as we get real with Real Talk Bluegrass. Take care, everybody. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Happy holidays and happy Hanukkah. Be safe. See you in 2021.